Okay. So, great morning, great morning, great morning. I am Nicole D. Jones, and I am so happy and grateful for another day. I'm happy and grateful for this Monday. I'm happy and grateful for a new calendar year. I am happy and grateful just for life itself, just for another day on this journey, because I firmly believe that if we could get to a place and a posture where we're happy and we're grateful for our days, we will learn to be happy and grateful for one another. We'll learn to appreciate everything that comes in our day, that is what we desire, what we don't desire. Forgive me, you all. I'm going to put this self-confidence formula on my computer so I can see it bigger. But I'm just happy and grateful. And I do feel like it's very important that we get to a place where we can just be happy and grateful for days, because everyone doesn't have them. Somebody didn't wake up today, and because of that, like I say all the time, it gives us just another time and another opportunity to be able to right our wrongs. Not even about anybody else, but I promise you, I do enough things that I need the grace to get it right. Okay. So I actually had it. I was going to read it from the book because, like I told you guys last week, if you have not already, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. It is a wonderful read. It's not even that hard. If you read the whole thing, you could actually get through it in a day. But I mean, it's so compact that I feel like if you do that, if you're an avid reader, then you should definitely go back. But there is an audio, okay? There's an audio of the book. And what I want us to focus on, I'm going to go over, because there's basically the self-confidence formula is five points that is made. It comes from the book Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill, and I want us to kind of touch base on what they are, because I feel like even prior to this, if y'all remember, through November, we did the whole vision, okay? Writing your vision, making it plain. All right. I have a vision board, but this is actually old. I did not do a vision board just because some things that kind of have consumed my time as far as a poster board. But I do have my vision written out, and you have to write it out. You have to be able to see it. You have to be able to make it. But as I was thinking about just the different steps that we've been going through, I know it's important for you to have self-confidence. I really feel like if we're not confident in ourselves, that's the thing that kind of allows us to procrastinate, allows us not to be persistent. It's the thing that may slow us down, because if you don't believe in yourself, if you don't believe you can do something, it's not going to get done. Why? Because at the end of the day, we can only control ourselves, right? We've talked about that. So I want to go over the 5 points, and then over our time together, as we come together on Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays, we'll break it down more so. But and there's PDFs of this. All right. There are PDFs where you can find the self-confidence formula. I find writing it helps, but definitely get it to where you can visually see it. All right. But self-confidence formula, number 1, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose in life. Therefore, I demand of myself persistent, continuous action towards its attainment. And I here and now promise to render such action. Okay? So the first thing I want you to know is that you have to have faith in yourself. All right. Faith is the substance of things hoped for. It's the evidence of the things unseen. So you have to have your vision. You have to have your goal. Okay. When you write down your vision, it comes from those desires that you have. It comes from those thoughts that you have. You have to be able to write that down. And then with the thoughts and the emotions that you tie together, this is how your self-confidence will build in it. And again, we'll break these down over our time, but I want to make sure today we get through all 5. But you have to know that you can attain it. All right. You have to have confidence in yourself that you can attain the goal that you've written down. So ask yourself, why do you do what you do? Okay. Once you get your vision, why do you do it? Why are you doing what you do? You have to know the answer to that. At least the foundation of it or the base of it. Where does your passion come from? All right. And then when you create the vision, you have to be able to look at yourself, take inventory of yourself. Okay. And I don't mean just on the surface level. I don't mean like the little flaws that we may do, okay, we're moody. If you're moody, why are you moody? All right. When you write down your vision, because you got to remember the goal of this is for us to have confidence in ourselves. So we got to be ready to take a good look in the mirror just to get into what is it that's in me that can stop me from attaining this goal. Okay. What is it that's in me that could stop me from being able to manifest or create and have the tenacity to walk out this desire that I have, this vision? So you got to be ready to go deep. You cannot fulfill self-confidence in the level that it should be in for full success and manifestation of your goals and visions without going deep. Okay, so we just got to understand that is what it requires. Okay, so we have to be able to take inventory. All right, because you got to remember that self-confidence is what's going to attract things around you. Your self-confidence is what's going to allow you to protect your environment, but it's also what draws you. So you think about it. If you're not walking in the fullest of your potential, what type of people do you attract right now? Do you attract people that are positive? Do you attract people that are grinding? Do you attract people that are kind of messy? Are they kind of gossipy? Like whatever it is that is in you the most, that you are really giving this energy of, is what you're going to draw. You're a magnet. Okay. All of us have a certain energy that we carry. So the thing that you're doing the most is what you're going to attract. Okay. So you got to know, you got to be able to take a deep inventory of yourself. And then you have to understand what we're trying to build is self-confidence. So we're trying to build our self-confidence that is going to be strong enough to hold and withstand us on those low days that we may have, on those days that we feel defeated and things just don't go right and we feel like we're not going to accomplish whatever it is our vision is. You got to have that thing in you, because here's the thing. If we attract what we are, then even though we may feel that way, everything that's going to come to us is still going to feed us for our vision. Okay. So then, you have to know that self-confidence attracts with the abilities to choose. Oh yeah, I wrote that down. So now, your self-confidence, as you walk this out, things are going to come. All right. So if you're confident, I'm confident that wealth is here. I'm confident that it's here. So I understand that the people that are going to start coming to me are going to be wealthy. I just understand that. I understand this is the time, this is the season. And when I say wealthy, I'm not just looking at money. Okay. They're going to be wealthy in spirit. They're going to be wealthy in truth. They're going to have something that they can deposit into me. But when you begin to formulate and walk in your self-confidence, you'll have things coming that you'll have choices. Okay? This is why we got to dig deep into the things that can hinder us, or the things that may attract some things that will be toxic to us. All right? Because what you attract, you're going to have choices. All right? Your confidence is going to give you, you're going to have a choice A, B, or C. You're going to know, okay, well, I need this. I need to be around people who are going to help me with the wounds that I have with rejection. Man, you're going to have so many people that's coming to you that have been able to deal with things worse than you. But they walk in this posture that you desire, not out of jealousy or envy, but you desire that strength. You want to build yours, and you'll have choices. You'll be able to choose who you want to be with. Okay. Number 2, the dominating thoughts of my mind will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into physical reality. Therefore, I will concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of the person that I intend to become, thereby creating in my mind a clear mental picture. Okay, this is number 2 of the self-confidence formula. So how you believe in yourself to be is how you're going to navigate your reality. Who you attract, the quality of your feelings, because your feelings will materialize into the external world. Okay? Your thought materialize into things. All right? Your thoughts materialize into things, but your feelings materialize into the external world. So what is that? That goes back to the affirmations that we've already been saying to ourselves, the things that we've been feeding to ourselves. All right. This is why it's important for you to have affirmations. And then you focus on them so that you'll begin to believe them. Okay. You can focus on it. When you, okay, 3 affirmations we do at least 3 days a week, if you're not doing them when we're not together, is I am healthy, I am wealthy, I am prosperous. So these past few days, couple weeks, whatever, that I haven't felt healthy, I have spoke that to myself so long that I believe I'm healthy in spite of what my physical body may feel or what I may be doing naturally. I believe I am healthy, so I'm going to walk in it. So number 2, that's what that means. It's the dominating thoughts of our mind that will eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action, and it will transform themselves into a physical reality. So yes, I've had a cough. Yes, I've had, I've been fatigued, but it has not stopped me from what I believe. And I haven't been as sick as I may have been in the past. Okay. Now, I don't care who believes it or don't believe it. I believe that it is a lot of that has to do with just me affirming myself and how I see myself. Because I've been told by doctors I've got these different health issues that'll be with me forever. I don't receive that. And I haven't. So I walk in my healing every day. Okay. So that's number 2. Let me see. Thoughts govern your actions. Okay. Because your thoughts govern your actions. So when you create your vision, if you do vision boards, I mean, it's the beginning of the year. Some of you may already have one, but create a vision board. Okay. It doesn't have to be on a poster. It can be on your phone. I mean, most of us have smartphones at this point, but create a vision. If it's not pictures, some people want pictures, whatever works for you. Write it out. Okay. Create your vision from your imagination. Okay. so that you can look at it and you visualize living in it. All right. Now, all of this has been very hard for me for two reasons. One, I lacked in self-confidence. Sorry, y'all. I'm so, ooh, my glasses. I lacked in self-confidence for a very long time. In some areas, I still do. I have to be honest. That's one of the places that I have to work on. But it's also hard for me because anyone who knows me, I'm very black and white. And the reality is, I mean, it's either yes or no. It's either it is or it isn't. Like that whole gray area, like I don't do hypothetical conversations and all of that. It's very hard for me. So this is changing me definitely because the reality is faith is in a gray area. The definition of faith is in a gray area. So it's hard for me to imagine certain things. So this has been good for me because even in just going through the self-confidence formula, it's digging out so many things that's just stuck in me and making me have to deal with where all that comes from. Okay. But you want to create your vision from your imagination, and then you got to be able to visually start seeing yourself living there. All right. So if you want to be a homeowner and you have this 6,000 square foot home, can you really visualize yourself being there while you sitting in an apartment? You got to be able to do it here. Okay. So that's number two. Why? Because once you can see it, your behavior will start changing, and appreciate what you have. All right. If you in an efficiency where I remember when I was in an apartment and the bed fell out the wall. Like my living room was my bedroom at night. But it's like, even wherever you are, once you visualize it and you know what it is that you want, you treat that efficiency just like your mansion. Okay? Because your habits and the way that you are, your cleanliness and all that is just going to follow. The space just gets bigger. But can you really visualize yourself being there? And when you're able to, you got to live there. All right. Even if you're not physically in that place, you have to begin to live there in your mind. Number three, I know through the theory of autosuggestion, any desire that I persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek some expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position I desire. So, autosuggestion. It's information that you consume on purpose, okay? That will allow you to change the way you look at things, but not on the surface level, but at an identity level, okay? So they're the auto suggestion. The more you affirmations, the more you say them, the more they'll go into your subconscious mind, all right? Because the reality is our conscious mind is everything that we rationalize, but your subconscious mind, it takes whatever you give it. It's almost like that innocent child that just trusts the world. Like they just trust their mommy and daddy. They feel like they can jump off the couch if you're looking or not looking in some kind of way. Eyeballs gonna pop out the side of your head and you're gonna catch them. All right? That's your subconscious. So you have to start feeding that. That's that auto suggestion, okay? And all of this goes deeper in the book, Think and Grow Rich, but that's what it's talking about, all right? So let me see. Let's see, change the way you look at things, but not on the surface level. You got to go to the identity level, all right? So we got to go deeper. We got to believe these things, and anything that stops you from believing it, you got to be ready to go to the core and figure out what it is, all right? I'm 47. Around 40 some, I realized I had mommy issues, all right? And I had to deal with those things. So that affirming, those affirmations, the things that you pour into your subconscious will bring things to your mind, and anything that goes against the vision that you have, you got to be willing to dig deep to get out of that, to get all that out, all right? Emotionalize, visualize, your subconscious will come forth, all right? That's what'll begin to bring in your reality. So, and then once you do that, you got to begin to surround yourself with it. All right. So all these tie together. You know, like I said, you walking in wealth, you're going to begin to attract wealthy people. Spirit, mind, financial, all of that. You're going to have to choose what you begin to have around you so that you can keep feeding that. All right. Number 4, I have clearly written down the description of my definite chief aim, and I will never stop trying until I develop sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. Now, this is very important. Okay. This, I think, one sentence, yes, that's one sentence, is very important because you have to put yourself in the vision of what you want to create and feel it in the alignment. So it has to be very clear to you. Okay. It has to be very clear. And then you have to be able to commit for yourself that you won't give up. Okay. If I believe that wealth is here and my bank account is overdrawn $1,000, I have to stay committed to the vision I've created. So if my account is negative $1,000, I got money issues. All right. I have poor money management. It does not stop the vision. It makes me look deeper. Nicole, girl, why did you just go and spend $1,000 when you know you didn't have it? Now you don't put yourself in a position where the law can come after you, know, that bad check writing, whatever. I got to deal with me. But no matter what my natural begins to look like, I cannot stop believing and I can't stop trying until I obtain wealth. Okay. So that right there, I feel, is the most important. You've got to set this vision and you got to, by faith, believe. You got to know, because you got to remember the vision that you wrote it. It came from you. It's inside of you. Okay. So because of that, you got to believe it. You can't let it go. No matter what anyone says to you, no matter who walks away from you, no matter nothing, you got to get to the point where you hold on to it and you don't let it go until you obtain it. Okay. This is why I think it's important for us to go over the self-confidence. Number 5, I realize that no wealth or position can long endure unless built upon truth and justice. I will engage in no transaction that will not benefit all whom it affects. All whom it affects. I will succeed by attracting to myself the forces that I wish to use and the cooperation of other people. I will induce others to serve me because of my willingness to serve them. I will eliminate hatred, envy, jealousy, selfishness, and cynicism by developing love for all humanity. For I know that a negative attitude towards others will never bring me success. A negative attitude towards others will never bring me success. I will cause others to believe in me because I will believe in them and in myself. What are you saying? Well, what is he saying? I'm just putting it in my terms. But removal of negative feelings is an acceleration for you to rise self-confidence. Okay. So you got to do a self-check. All right. If you have any of those little balls of negativity in you, you got to realize it and you got to cut it. All right. You got to dead it now. All right. Because removing those things is going to accelerate your self-confidence. All right. Let me see. It'll change your feelings and it'll help your environment move towards your vision. Your goal is love for all humanity, because that'll bring self-confidence. Why? Because unconditional self-confidence is the core. All right. And why do I say that? When you can get rid of those negative things, when you can realize that they're in you, number one, and then you look at yourself, if you live that, you will stay in a posture of humility. I promise y'all, it'll change your heart posture. Okay. I have been intentional to try to be this and do this myself. And I'm not walking around here just humble all the time and just no bad thoughts. No. But one thing that I am intentional of is thinking the next thought. So when I feel jealousy, hatred, envy, any of that, I immediately go to the next thought and I look at me and try to figure out why it's in me. All right. Because I want the best for you. And I don't say that just to be saying words. I mean it. Okay. I get excited when things happen for other people. I don't have to hate, because I understand at this point in my life that whatever God has for me is for me. And no one can stop me from receiving it but me. And I can't take what's yours. So I can't hate on it. I can esteem you higher, and I can cultivate whatever it is that I believe God has for me. All right. I got a homegirl now. My husband was just talking about, just because hers look like something don't mean yours got to look like something. It ain't that we trying to mirror each other, but I like the way she decors her home. I like her style. I'm not stylish like that. So it's not that I'm trying to be her, but if it's something that she suggests to me, I don't have a problem taking her suggestion, because I like what I see. Okay. I'm not jealous. It's none of that. Because what's for me is for me, and what's for her is for her. She always done had more, and I'm happy. She deserves it because she's a lot more disciplined than me. Okay. But those are the 5 things. All right. And then when you find it, he's actually had it to where you will sign your name to this formula, commit to memory, and repeat it. All right. So you really should, at least the first 3, write them down on an index card and obtain them in your memory so that you can begin to write these. I started with the first 3. I'm trying to memorize them. I keep it on me so I can look at it, because I want to be able to walk in self-confidence. Okay. But the thing, it says, I will sign my name to this formula, commit to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day in full faith that it will gradually influence my thoughts and actions, so I will become a self-reliant and successful person. So I encourage you, get the PDF, because I'm 2 minutes over and I said I don't want to belabor your time. Get the PDF, begin to say these 5 things, okay? Along with your affirmations. Take the time, if you can get the PDF and keep it on your phone, we modern technology, do that. If not, write it out. I'm a writer. I wrote it on my iPad just because I think writing it out kind of makes things connect to my brain a little differently. But write them out and begin to walk in them, okay? Because you are healthy, you are wealthy, you are prosperous, and everything that your hands touch, they can only prosper and grow. And by faith, I believe it for me, and I believe it for you. And I believe that together we will hold each other accountable to walk in the self-confidence that we need to be able to fulfill everything we're supposed to in our purpose through this journey. All right. So again, I am Nicole D. Jones. I know we rushed through the 5, but I plan on breaking each one down as we spend our time together with our morning mindsets. All right. Stay encouraged. Have a fantabulous day on purpose. And remember, you will continue to be unapologetically you, because you purposely walk in a posture of humility and submission, not arrogance and pride. All right. Have a fantabulous day. Smooches.